Live from the Ford Center at the Star in Frisco, this is Graduation 2022 for Plano West High School, home of the Wolves.
Good evening. My name is Janice Williams, and I have the honor of serving as the principal of Plano West Senior High School. It is my privilege to welcome you to the graduation ceremony for the Plano West class of 2022. Absolutely. You will see there is so much and so many students to be celebrated and congratulated tonight. 1,333 to be exact. Ava Dawson, the Plano West Senior Class President, will serve as our Master of Ceremonies. Mary Visconti Pfeffer will play the piano on the processional. We ask that during the processional you remain seated, but then please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, the presentation of the colors, and the national anthem. Thank you. Seniors, welcome. 1,333 Plano West seniors stand before you this evening. At this time, it is my honor to introduce you to our senior class president, Ava Dawson. Seniors, for those of you that do not know Ava Dawson, I want to remind you that Ava was the voice of Plano West every morning during our morning announcements. Ava every morning led us in our Pledge of Allegiance. And at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Ava to lead us again. Thank you, Ava.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the presentation of the colors by the Plano West Senior High School JROTC Color Guard, the Pledge of Allegiance, and the National Anthem performed by Tanad Chachad. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Present on.
Center, right. Turn to post.
Thank you. Please be seated. At this time, it's my pleasure to welcome to the podium Principal Janice Williams.
Thank you, Ava, Tanav, Major Sean Langford, and Sergeant Major Joseph Camacho. I am privileged to begin this celebration with the introduction of our 2021-2022 Board of Trustees, our Superintendent, and Cabinet members. Please stand when I announce your name to be recognized. Our Board of Trustees, President David Stolley, Vice President Nancy Humphrey, Secretary Jerry Chambers, Trustee Angela Powell, Trustee Dr. Lauren Tyra, Trustee Dr. Heather Wong, Trustee Cody Weaver. Our Superintendent and Cabinet members attending this evening, Superintendent Dr. Teresa Williams, Chief Financial Officer Johnny Hill, Assistant Superintendent for Employee Services Dr. Beth Brockman, Assistant Superintendent for Student, Family, and Community Services Dr. Courtney Gober, Assistant Superintendent for Academic Services Dr. Katrina Hasley, Assistant Superintendent for Technology Services Patrick Tanner, Senior Executive Director for Communications, Leslie Range Stanton, Senior Executive Director for Assessment Research and Program Evaluation, Dr. Dash Wasinger, Executive Director for Secondary School Leadership and Innovation, Gloria Martinez. On behalf of the Plano West community, please join me in recognizing these individuals for their continuous support of our students at Plano West and all students within the Plano Independent School District. At this time, will the Plano West teachers and staff and all teachers and staff of our mighty Blue Nation schools please stand and be recognized for your outstanding contributions to the Wolfpack. Yes, teachers, that's you and all of our staff. Please stand to be recognized. Please join me in a round of applause. One more round of applause, please. Class of 2022, today you are going to have the privilege of hearing 5 of your classmates speak. While my words will never be as meaningful as theirs, I do want to share some final thoughts as the leader of the pack before you graduate. As you remember, this year the counseling department decided to make your senior luncheon day a theme day. And we all know in high school how much we love theme days. But this theme day was not a day to wear neon or to wear your pajama bottoms or to dress as your favorite meme. On this theme day, it was decision day. And what that meant was that you were to dress in a t-shirt that represented your college that you have decided to attend, or wear a t-shirt representing the branch of the military that you've chosen to enlist in, or to wear something to represent the job or the career path that you have chosen to begin after graduation. After this first decision day at Plano West, I found myself thinking a lot about this idea of a decision day. The reason I've pondered this so much, seniors, is because the reality is that you've been making decisions all of your life. Some of these on your own, but most in partnership with your parents. However, the majority of you have now turned 18, and as a legal adult, with the title of adult, comes the reality and the weight and responsibility of your decisions. They are now far greater than they were even a year ago. Seniors, I share this with you on graduation day not to stress you out, but to empower you, to use your decision-making power not only to better yourselves, but to better the lives of others. The decision of what your next chapter in life will be is, in fact, one of the biggest decisions most of you have ever made. However, I believe that some of the small decisions we make can have an equally great impact. When thinking about the grand impact of a small decision, I found myself thinking about the power of a smile. Now, I will tell you, when I first wrote this graduation speech, after talking about the power and that you are empowered by your decisions to not only impact yourself but the lives of others, that's where I was going to end. But I will tell you that before every big moment in my life, I find myself thinking not only about the people that will be present, but about the people that won't be present. And so I often find myself thinking about my father, because it was at my college graduation that was the last big occasion that I ever had with my father, because 2 months after that, he suddenly passed away. So as I was reflecting last night on your graduation, I couldn't sleep because I was nervous, I was anxious, I was excited for all of you, but I found myself again thinking back to my graduation from college. And I have to just give a shout out. I did graduate from UT Austin, so go Longhorns. All right, had to do that, sorry. Had to give a little shout out, okay. So I found myself thinking about this graduation and about my father, and so I couldn't sleep. So I decided to get up, and I couldn't talk to my dad, but go to a book that was one of my favorite books that he used to have on his desk. And some of you have heard me refer to this book before, and I brought it with me today. Actually, in the van ride over, one of the assistant principals said, "Let me see that book," and he immediately opened it and started smelling it, because you know, everyone loves the smell of an old book. So I found myself getting up and going and grabbing this book. And my husband said, "What are you doing? Why are you getting up? Why are you not sleeping? Tomorrow's a big day." And I said, "Don't worry about it. I just have some things on my mind." So I flipped through this book, because this is a book that my father loved, and I was just looking for some more inspiration. And in flipping through it, I came across a passage. This book is titled The Joy of Words, and it's passages and poems about life. And in a chapter that's about wisdom, I came across a simple passage titled A Smile. Now, students, I have flipped through this book many, many times over the past 40 years, or even more, but we're going to leave it at 40 years. I flipped through this, and I can tell you, I don't remember reading this passage before, but I'm sure I have. But this time it really caught my attention. And it caught my attention in thinking about a smile because of the power of it. And I also found myself, when I first planned to speak, I found myself telling myself and others, I am not going to say a word about the pandemic. I'm going to simply focus on the topic of the power of decisions. I'm not talking about the pandemic because we have all heard about the pandemic for far too long. And so I was going to just focus on the power of decisions. But when I came across this and I found myself pondering on a smile, I thought about the pandemic and the idea that many of us have been wearing masks for over 2 years. And with a mask, we're covering most of our face, including our lips. So I now find folks not smiling as often. And I wonder, is that because of a mask? Have we forgotten to smile, or have we simply forgotten the power of a smile? So I'm going to read this to you, and then I'm going to take you back to kindergarten. So if you will just pause for a moment and think about these words. A smile costs nothing, but gives much. It enriches those who receive without making poorer those who give. It takes but a moment, but the memory of it sometimes lasts forever. None is so rich or mighty that he can get along without it, and none is so poor but that he can be rich by it. A smile creates happiness in the homes, fosters goodwill in business, and is the countersign of friendship. It brings rest to the weary, cheers to the discouraged, sunshine to the sad, and it is nature's best antidote for trouble. Yet it cannot be bought, begged, borrowed, or stolen, for it is something that is of no value to anyone until it is given away. Some people are too tired to give you a smile. Give them one of yours, as none needs a smile so much as he who has no more to give. So with this, again, I was reflecting, because that's what we do in really special moments like this, and this is such an incredible day for each of you and such a rite of passage in life. And so when we reflect, many of you might have found yourself thinking back to the first day of school in kindergarten. And I want you to think back to that day and the anxiousness and the butterflies you had when you were getting out of the car or getting off of the bus. Nervous, were you going to be able to find your classroom? But when you walked in on that first day and you saw your kindergarten teacher and he greeted or she greeted you with a smile, you immediately knew everything was going to be okay. Those smiles continue to be given, not only by the smile on a face, but the smiley faces on the papers that you were given back by your teachers in elementary school. Think about those stickers that you got and how excited they made you. And oftentimes they didn't just make you excited and proud, but they made your parents excited and proud when you took that paper home and showed them that special smiley face that you got. Because that smiley face said, your teacher was proud of the work you did. Just like a smile says to someone, I see you and you matter. So then we go to middle school. And even if we got smiley faces on the paper, we didn't really want anyone to know that we thought those were so cool, because you know in middle school, we're so focused on being cool, we don't necessarily want to let anyone else know that we still need something like smiley faces on our papers. I see you smiling right there when you think about it. But then you get into high school and senior high, and all of a sudden again, we are excited about those stickers on our paper. And students, I know that because I was an English teacher in high school, and giving that sticker on a paper, students couldn't wait to see that sticker and that smiley face. Why did he get that smiley face and I got this smiley face? Or why did he get this gold star and she got the silver star? What does that mean? So those things are still very powerful to you. Then we think about smiley faces. Many of you have your phones right now, and you think about those smiley faces that you've probably got a lot of those smiley emojis today. As people are sending you congratulations, you might have even got a smiley face with a graduation cap on it. Who knows? There's so many creative ones now. So, as I kind of wrap things up, seniors, I want you to think about, as you begin your life beyond Plano West, my challenge to you is this. It's to be kind, even when those around you are being unkind. To decide to do the right thing, even when no one is watching. And to decide to give away those smiles in the most generous of ways, because what may seem such a small gesture may make and be the most important and impactful decision of all. Students, I know in kindergarten you started getting those smiley faces on your paper, and I want you to know that when you pick up your diploma on Monday, you're going to get your last smiley face, and it's going to be a Plano West Blues smiley face from me. I want you to decide, what are you going to do with that sticker? Because you are never too old for it. So you pick up your diploma, and you're going to get your final smiley face from Plano West. Thank you so much. At this time, friends, family, distinguished guests, seniors, I ask that you please join me in recognizing some of our outstanding seniors. 310 seniors are graduating cum laude with a grade point average of 3.6 to 3.9. Will these students and their families please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Please be seated. "254 seniors are graduating magna cum laude with a grade point average of 4.0 to 4.2. Will these students and their families please stand to be recognized? Thank you. Please be seated. 255 seniors are graduating summa cum laude with a grade point average of 4.3 or higher. Will these students and their families please stand to be recognized? Thank you. Please be seated. Will our 70 National Merit Finalists and National Recognition Program scholars and their families please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Please be seated. Will the top 10 highest-ranking seniors and their families please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Please be seated. If you advance to a regional, state, or national competition, will you and your family please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Please be seated. We would also like to recognize any student who has chosen to enlist in the military. Will these students and their families please stand and be recognized? Students, please remain standing. Students, please remain standing. We would also like to invite any active military or retired veterans of the military who are in attendance to stand and be recognized along with these students. Thank you all for your service. Please be seated. At this time, it is my honor and privilege to introduce the Plano West Senior High School valedictorian, Rithvik Ganesh.
Good evening, class of 2022. When I reflect on our last 4 years, a quote from country singer Jimmy Dean captures our journey perfectly. I can't change the direction of the wind, but I can adjust my sails to always reach my destination. We came into our high school careers as curious freshmen, trying to orient ourselves in a new academic world. And just as we started to get the hang of things as sophomores, the entire world did a 180 beneath our feet. Then as juniors, we were split up, some of us inside a strangely empty campus, and others on daily Zoom calls. But I'm glad that we all got to come back to what's been a dynamic and refreshing senior year together. And despite all the wind that has blown in our direction, each and every one of us has adjusted the sails of our lives in some way to get to this very moment. With that in mind, I'd like to thank a number of people who have helped us reach this day of celebration. To our school's teachers, principals, counselors, and the countless other people who work hard behind the scenes at Plano West and PISD, thank you for all that you do to support each and every one of us to strive for excellence on campus. I'd also like to thank my family members for being here today, as well as give a shout out to my friends and the Philo Word group chat for making these years fun and memorable through our shared adventures. With the strong support we receive from our families and Plano West faculty, our Wolfpack has persevered and achieved amazing things. Whether it's our school's debate team becoming TFA state champions, our school's tennis team winning the UIL 6A state championship, or our school's bands, choirs, and orchestras putting on remarkable performances, our class has definitely left our mark. And remember, the imprints each and every one of us have left on campus through our hard work won't just show others where we were, but it'll also show others where we're headed. Even with a class of nearly 1,400 students, there's a bond that exists between us all, and we'll be forever united by our shared memories from things like pep rallies, homecoming and senior prom, and today, our graduation. No matter where we all go from here, whether it's close to home, in another part of the country, or even further away, we will all be a part of the Wolfpack family forever. And as amazing as it feels to finally make it to this moment, it's important for us to put it in perspective. According to the Borgen Project, over 72 million children around the world don't even get to attend primary school, largely due to economic, social, and political barriers. Unfortunately, access to quality education remains a privilege, not a right, for many across the world. So when we receive our diploma today from Plano West, one of the top-ranked high schools in the United States, let's not forget that we are all blessed beyond measure to receive such an amazing education, one that gives us a powerful platform to bring our ambitious dreams to fruition. And despite how excited we all must feel to write our next chapter, I know deep down that a bit of apprehension is lingering inside all of us about entering a fast-paced new world, about the new levels of independence, about whether we are ready. I know I feel that way, but I also feel prepared from all the lessons I've learned as an Andrews Eagle, Rice Raven, Jasper Jaguar, and most importantly, as part of the Wolfpack. Through our academic careers, we've all learned how to solve problems, but I think the biggest lesson we learned wasn't in a textbook, but how to adapt and adjust in the face of obstacles to give us visibility into new horizons. Our education has prepared us all to take on our life's purpose because there's little room for anxiety when you're filled with tenacity and a thirst for discovery. An elementary school teacher once told me the story about a king who wanted to pick a new advisor in an unorthodox way by putting a large rock in the middle of a busy road. All the citizens on the road simply moved around that rock, complaining that the king is incompetent and clueless. But one young passerby decided to use all his might to push that rock out of the way, thinking it would be of service to himself and the others on the road. And lo and behold, below that rock was a bag of gold coins and an invitation letter to join the king as an advisor. Today, I challenge us all to keep seeking opportunity, living in the moment, and just like that young passerby, when we're confronted with a barrier, break it down and clear the path for ourselves and others. And I'll leave you with one final quote, one from a philosopher, a visionary, and also a rapper on the side, Drake. Sometimes it's the journey that teaches you a lot about your destination. Let's take what we've learned from the last 4 years and work to create a world that we all want to live in. Thank you. And I'd like to now introduce our Student Congress President, Jack Wade.
Good evening, friends, family, and my fellow graduates. My name is Jack Wade, and I have had the joy and honor of serving as this year's Student Congress President. Before I begin, one thing that you should know about me is that next year, I'll be a part of the Fightin' Texas Aggies. Gig 'em! Looking back on this past year and all the wonderful experiences that I have had, I'm happy to be here today graduating with the people that I have shared many of my most influential and memorable life moments with. The class of 2022 is no stranger to dealing with change and unknown experiences, and I'm so proud to be part of a class that has remained resilient throughout all of the difficulties that we have faced throughout the majority of our high school experiences. To my classmates and friends, it has been amazing getting to grow with each and every one of you. And even though we are all going in different directions, I know that all of us will continue to make this world a brighter place. My biggest wish for each of you is that you discover what makes you passionate in life and that you have the ability to chase your dreams. Throughout my high school career, I have always wanted to achieve something that would satisfy the high standard that I have always set for myself. Between the countless hours that I have spent studying and working to achieve my goals that I have made for myself, I have felt so rewarded by the satisfaction that I have gained, or so I thought. Chasing my dream of getting into a good school and ensuring a life full of success has been a humongous part of my mind for the last few years. And while I felt it was so important for me to follow the path I knew would take me towards making my dream a reality, there were times where I missed out on some of the amazing things that my life and God had put right in front of me. I wish that I embraced the experiences and friendships that high school presented me with more, and realized that my life for the last 4 years wasn't just about getting the GPA or test score that I wanted that would help me achieve my dreams. To my classmates, I hope that you all understand that you have the ability to put your mind towards whatever you want to do and do amazing things with your life. However, I want you to know how important it is to embrace every moment of your life and not forget about the people and potential experiences right in front of you. It is so easy to focus on the things that we want that it can take over our lives and blind us from the true beauty of life. I have no doubt that we will all be successful as we move throughout life and use our dreams to make an impact on the world and all of those around us. Even though we are all leaving here today, unsure of the next time when we will see each other, we will always have a special connection and one thing in common, that we are all part of the Wolfpack. Now please welcome back to the podium our Master of Ceremonies and Senior Class President, Ava Dawson.
Good evening, fellow graduates, friends, family, and teachers. My name is Ava Dawson, and I've had the privilege of being the 2022 Senior Class President. Whether we started this journey together 13 years ago on the kindergarten playground, freshman year at block lunch, or maybe this is your first time ever seeing my face. Either way, I'm honored to stand up here in front of you all today and say that we made it. One of my favorite parts of being class president was getting to lead the President's Council. Every month, the presidents and captains of every club and organization had the opportunity to get together to meet and discuss the state of the school from all perspectives. As I reflected on these past 4 years and tried to think of the best way to articulate our experience in a way that conveyed the entire student body's opinion, I realized I should simply get the student body's opinion. I asked the presidents of every club to give me one word or phrase that they felt encapsulated the class of 2022 high school experience. I'm so thankful for these presidents' input because it allowed me to reflect on high school through the eyes of every component of Plano West. Whether that be sports, fine arts, or academics, every individual offered a unique perspective to what it was like to go through high school when we did. As I looked through these responses, I realized that most of the answers could be encapsulated by 3 words: unanticipated, resilience, and growth. To say our high school experience was unanticipated would honestly be an understatement. These past 4 years have completely altered the definition of unanticipated. It's crazy to look back at freshman year when we experienced the normal ups and downs of high school. We experienced everything from the highs of Plano West volleyball making it to state and Plano West debate winning a national championship, to the lows of getting block lunch taken away or finding out we had to take biology EOC. When we were sophomores, we experienced a completely unforeseen event. Plano West football finally broke that 3-year losing streak. Then, March of 2020 was the start of an entirely new perspective of what unanticipated meant. As much as I hate to stand up here and talk about the pandemic, I feel like I have to at least acknowledge the origination of a chain of unexpected events. None of us ever could have imagined that we weren't going to come back to school sophomore year, or that we would only go to school twice a week the next year. Whether you were online or in person junior year, it's safe to say it was a big change in all of our school routines. But eventually, we learned to adapt. We finally adjusted to these new schedules until Texas froze over and a massive snowstorm canceled school for a week. These last 4 years have consisted of drastic fluctuations and uncertainties. Unanticipated perfectly embodies the unique experiences that only our graduating class can relate to. All of these surprises lead me to my next word: resilience. Our perseverance as a class is evident because we're all sitting here today. I think a huge part of our education was centered around our ability to adapt to these new circumstances that were thrown our way. It's no secret that our learning environment wasn't always traditional or ideal, but through the Zoom glitches and the never-ending week at glances, we helped pave the way for a completely new style of education. Coming out of some of the most unprecedented school years that I could have imagined, I didn't really know what to expect regarding people's interactions this year. I was pleasantly surprised by the resurgence in school spirit. After 2 years of canceled milestones, I noticed that this year consisted of a newfound appreciation for all of the things that we missed out on. We had one of the most active student sections that Plano West has ever seen. Whether it was themed football games, pep rallies, senior sunrises and sunsets, or even decorating the school for things like homecoming, there was a mutual acknowledgement that these events weren't guaranteed, and we really came together through them. I'm confident that as a class, the level of appreciation and a resilience that we exhibited has prepared us for whatever the next stage of life brings. The final word that I want to talk to you guys tonight about is growth. Today marks the resolution of 4 years of studying, training, building friendships, and so much more. For some of us, graduating offers a sense of closure on high school's many challenges. For others, tonight represents the last time that we'll all be sitting here today, surrounded by the only people that can say they've shared these same experiences as us. As I look out at all of you tonight, I know that I'm looking at a completely different group of people than who you were 4 years ago. Every single one of us has had our own unique experiences that brought us to this moment. I may not know you or what you've been through, but I know that the teachers and parents, as well as your fellow classmates that surround you, have helped to shape you into the person that's sitting here, graduating high school. As we leave here tonight, we will all continue to walk completely different paths of life, and I wish you the best of luck with whatever that path looks like. Together, we faced the unanticipated, we displayed resilience, and we will continue to grow. Thank you, and go Wolfpack. At this time, it's my honor and privilege to introduce the Plano West Senior High School salutatorian, Charles Ho.
Good evening, parents, faculty, friends, siblings, extended family, anyone in the audience, oh my God, anyone in the audience who I may have excluded. And last but not least, the incredible Plano West class of 2022. I'm beyond honored to be speaking with you all on this sentimental and unforgettable night. A once-in-a-lifetime event that marks the end of our collective adolescence and our passage into adulthood. Thanks to the brilliant speakers who spoke before me, I'm sure it's abundantly clear that this is going to be a fantastic graduation. Now, before I continue, I would like to take a moment to thank the people that helped me speak before you all. To my tenacious and unfailingly supportive parents, wherever they may be, and my vivacious and kind-hearted sister, thank you for always giving me the strength to never give up. To my friends in the audience and in the stands, Leo, Olivia, Anushka, Kelly, Vibha, who's watching from home, Gabriel, Madeline, Kyle, Abhinav, Ankit, Adi, Arnav, and really the entire Plano West debate team. And anyone who's ever stopped to say hi to me in the hallways. Thank you for always lifting up my spirits and making Plano West a home away from home. I couldn't have asked for better friends and a better team. Through the tough times that we've all been through over the past few years, I've cherished every second that we've spent together. Speaking of tough times, our class certainly has our fair share of challenges. Through the tragedy, heartbreak, isolation, and unspeakable torment of the COVID-19 pandemic, our class has been uniquely mired in a race for adaptation. It felt like we were constantly chasing normalcy in a 4-year span that was anything but normal. I can still vividly recall the day that school was supposedly canceled for 2 weeks. I just come back from a debate tournament, and it was the tournament in El Paso over spring break, and the world had suddenly flipped upside down. While I was later shocked that our entire junior year was going to be online, I was even more dumbfounded when I learned that we'd all be returning back to hallways and classrooms this past year. A concept so simple to most, learning with teachers and classmates in physical proximity to each other, have become a novelty to me. A million thoughts raced through my mind on the first day back. Is it safe to be here? How long can this last before we'll all shut down again? Thankfully, we didn't. Do I even remember how to talk to another human being face to face? Or perhaps most concerningly, how am I supposed to sleep in class if I can't turn my camera off? Yet, when faced with these seemingly insurmountable obstacles, our class not only survived, we thrived. We adapted to our new normals by being even more restless than the status quo. When it felt like the world was ending, members from the class of 2022 banded together for causes that they cared about and they prided themselves in. From raising awareness for human trafficking to supporting our first responders. When it felt like our backs were pushed against virtual walls, we responded by winning countless state and national championships and having dozens of national merit finalists. And most importantly, blowing out Plano Senior in the last football game of the season. These royal blue gowns and these vibrant stoles mean so much more than an end to our high school experiences. They symbolize a continuation of our ongoing odyssey to impart change and conquer the unfamiliar challenges that may lie ahead. So, no matter what college, career path, or circumstance may lie ahead of you, I urge you to channel the dynamism and adaptability you've acquired over the past 4 years into everything you do. While our childhood certainly won't last forever, that certainly doesn't mean that our youthful abundance shall cease after we graduate. In our last farewells, always remember to channel our strength to catalyze change in the causes you'll fight for, the communities you'll enliven, and the people you'll inspire. As you walk this very stage to commemorate one of the biggest shifts in our lives to this date, it's up to us to embrace that shift and the countless others that will come after, to allow them to strengthen, diversify, and amplify us. After all, if we've learned anything from all that we've endured over the past few years, it's that we have never allowed change to triumph over us. And I'm confident that we never will. Thank you. Now, please welcome back to the podium, Janice Williams.
Superintendent Dr. Teresa Williams and members of the Plano ISD Board of Trustees, I am pleased to announce the students seated before you this evening have met all requirements to participate in this ceremony as prescribed by the Plano Independent School District, the Board of Education, and the Texas Education Agency. The introductions this evening of our graduates will be made by our Plano West staff members, Ms. Michelle Altum and Mr. David Johnston. The presentation of certificates to the graduates will be made by Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Teresa Williams, and members of her administrative team, Chief Financial Officer Johnny Hill and Gloria Martinez. They will be joined by 2021-22 school board members David Stolley, Nancy Humphrey, Jerry Chambers, Angela Powell, Dr. Lauren Tyra, Dr. Heather Wong, and Cody Weaver, with assistance from Brad Bailey, Associate Principal of Curriculum and Instruction, and Michael Cruz, Associate Principal of Student Activities. Seniors, we also have a big surprise for you, because in addition to those distinguished guests, Mrs. Billie Jean Lee, Jasper High School Principal, Mr. David Jones, Shepton High School Principal, and Ms. Sanja Pegram, Gwynn Special Program Center Principal, are also with us tonight. They will be waiting at the bottom of the stairs to congratulate you, along with your counselor and Student Services Assistant Principal.
Oh, you go that way. They go this way. Okay. Well, Cooper Carlson.
Akram Rami Abbas. Omar Abiyuye.
Akristani Shaw.
Sydney Abuk.
Hurry up. Here's my card.
Alexis Adams.
Are you Alexander Mitchell? Okay, hustle up so.
Temilolua Temitaloyor Adeonye.
Abdul Ibrahim.
Ulysses Aguilar.
Alexander Mitchell.
Jesus Aguirre.
Atson Rosales.
Sania Ahmad. Mai Ahmed.
Trinity Small.
Dylan Akers.
Samuel Singh.
Sajad Arubaye. Faye Aldahir.
Mohammed Abdul Qadir. We're taking too much time.
Ayana Alexander.
Yusuf David Albotef. I know. It's taking too long.
Elsa Alam.
Kareem Abdusad.
Kenny John Alukal.
Kasia Azare Adams.
Sierra Alvarez. Hold on.
William Afika III.
Aaliyah Alvarez Gordillo.
Novia Aguilera.
Sahana Anand. Kennedy Anderson.
Maduni Argacia Aguilar. Nazim Akbari.
Summer Ansari.
Ishan Akhtar.
Ayana Armstrong.
Aaron Matthew Alexander.
Ian Artho.
Erhan Ali.
Julia Arukakal.
Farah Alamawi.
Jada Udom.
don't know who that is.
Brandon Avila Antunez.
Felipe Caro.
Alina Azar.
Malela Alhakani.
Arib Aziz.
Amoga Suntosh.
Cooper Bayer.
Saba Amin.
Avishikta Bagshi.
Brinny Arrowind.
Diego Bailey.
Isabel Artneck.
Anav Bajpai.
James Asher.
Mithun Balasubramanian.
Riley Atkinson.
Takudo Ban.
Audrey Avon.
Angie Barajas.
Banaji Akash.
Varun Baranwal.
Vaniza Azim.
Gabriel Bardov.
Sua Bay.
Ainsley Barnett.
Oseli Baeza.
Ansh Barot.
Sarah Bagari.
Grant Barta.
Catherine Bailey.
Roham Bazanjani.
Unvi Bayashpai.
Alexander Beater.
Pranav Balu.
Akshay Belhe.
Bader Baragati.
Sofia Belo de Armas.
Grace Bella Barbieri.
Gabriel Yari.
Dylan Barnes.
Gabrielle Bergen.
Madison Barron.
Cole Bergstrom. Evan Bernstein.
Valeria Barrera Lozzi. Christian Ball.
Susan Bertotti Espino.
Nyla Bebick.
Kari Bayer.
Simone Belay.
Tara Boxgaruni.
Piper Bell.
Iman Beda.
Raul Bindapudi.
Austin Burkhoff.
Jacqueline Barris.
Colin Black.
Kylie Berge.
Catherine Blanco.
Sophia Bernstein.
Tristan Block.
Haven Bewley.
Olivia Boban.
Ayush Bakad.
Montgomery Bodie.
Mega Bacha.
Sri Balmistrati.
Helen Biggs.
Avery Boone.
John Barisha.
Aya Boda.
Furkan Beiser.
Alexander Bouville.
Tyler Blackstone.
Richard Boyd.
Elizabeth Blyce.
Kellyanne Bracco Espinoza.
Mariam Bokum.
Lacey Brashler.
Taylor Bowling.
Amore Brewer.
Ami Bond.
Logan Bristol.
Ava Batonis.
Austin Brooks.
Maxwell Boudet.
Addison Brown.
Gracie Boyd Boisvert.
Elizabeth Brown.
William Boyette.
Zaria Brown.
Sanjeet Brar.
Leah Bryant.
Jaden Brawrider.
Anne Bowie.
Dennis Brito Pacheco.
Truk Bowie.
Jacob Brewer.
Kyle Burnett Jr.
Blake Brooks.
Devin Buster.
Ariana Brown.
Farin Buvaji.
Jaden Brown.
Gustavo Cabrera Singh.
Gracie Bush.
Wesley Kai.
Tim Bui.
Carlos Camarillo.
Edge Bunce.
Mitchell Congas. Michael Chow.
Layla Busby.
Aiden Carmen.
Destiny Butler. Aldano Camano Rodriguez.
Ryan Carpenter.
Eddie Cabrera.
Michael Carrillo. Shannon Carter.
Kevin Kai. Monsi Camacho.
Corbin Castillo.
Colin Campbell.
Angie Cerda.
Thomas Cannon.
Luis Cervantes.
Joseph Carcano Cervantes.
Valentina Chashin Sarkos.
Kelsey Carnes.
Natasha Chalway.
Kinsey Carr.
Dylan Chan.
Carice Carson.
Catherine Chang.
William Caskey.
Julianne Chaufan.
Jameson Sindana.
Zane Chosick.
Michael Cervantes.
Rishav Chatterjee.
Alondra Cervantes Padilla.
Andrew Chen.
Manoj Chaco.
Barnett Chen.
Alyssa Wanchi Chan.
Dexter Chen.
Olivia Chandler.
Theodore Chen.
Solomon Chang.
Jenna Cheng.
Kylie Chow.
Rishika Chimanji.
Caleb Chapman.
Grace Cho.
Charles Cheatham III.
Blake Christian.
Ashley Chin.
Amy Claremont.
Christopher Chin.
Tanaya Clayton.
Kevin Chin.
Sheldon Clements.
Tony Chin.
Kale Cobb.
Tanmay Chimwal.
Thanav Chachad.
Chakvadav Chivade.
Noah Coggin.
Matthew Choi.
Murtasia Collier.
Catherine Chokvatov.
Celeste Colon. John Comagese.
Quincy Clark. Where do they go?
Ripley Cooley.
Connor Cleaves.
Courtney Cope.
Mackenzie Clymer.
Julio Correa Marquez.
Jessica Cockerham.
Jay Cohen.
Jamarie Kosi.
Joaquim Colmenares.
Audrey Cox.
Joshua Connors.
Leslie Cruz Lopez.
Ben Cooper. Keontae Corbin.
Clarence Curran Jr.
Austin Cordias.
Danish Daruala. Ion Dos.
Jay Cohen.
Lania Davis. Sarah Davis. Aaron DeCastro.
Jacob Gregory Cashard.
Joshua De Jesus Rodriguez.
Rayu Dunhan.
Trinity DeBerry.
Michaela Cotton.
Prital Deepak.
Landon Cox.
Carson DeMint. Ava Dawson.
Tyrese Davis. Take this card.
Spencer Douye.
Brianna Day.
Parker DeWeese.
Maria Burgos.
Anna Diaz.
Luca De La Sayette.
Joseph Dixon.
Ashwika Deepak.
Akash Dindi.
Alex Delbar.
Michelle Ding.
Dylan DiNardo.
Daniel Dixon.
Ankit Davala.
Reagan Dixon.
Armida Deyanate.
Trisha Dodia.
Kayla DeFiglia.
Sai Donapudi.
Jessica Ding.
Morgan Donahue.
Bella Diaz.
Timia Dorsey.
Bianca Disher. Jean Dixon.
Caden Dossman.
Shreya Damuraju.
Godwin Dwan.
Trevor Donahue.
Isabella Dubil. Samaria Eason.
Isabella Dressler.
Julian Adesh.
Adam Dubner.
Michaela Effinger.
Navaya Dunn.
Angelina Ihara.
Bailey Eastham.
Justin Elgersma.
Charlize Eggleton.
Christian Elizondo.
Morgan Eichelbarner.
Nene Msunong.
Hadil Helhog.
Desire Assis.
Isabel Ellefson.
D'Angelo Estrada.
Evelyn Para.
Dante Evans.
Devin Evans.
Kirk Evans.
Liliana Everts.
Armin Farahani.
David Idelson.
Bryce Farlander.
Olivia Zufan.
Elizabeth Federico.
Vivian Farlander.
Miguel Fernandez Finol.
Juan Pablo Faria Fernandez.
Isabella Ferreira. Maya Fialco.
Morgan Fide. Paolo Fernandez.
Yael Fine.
Colson Field.
Marines Finol.
Tova Fink.
Peyton Flabano. Abigail Flores.
Jalen
Abigail-
Fisher. Jeremy Flanagan.
Celeste Flores.
Jasmine Flores Quintero.
Astrid Flores Arazo. Sofia Floro.
Julio Cesar Flores Ramirez.
Lucas Forst.
Julio Enrique Flores Ramirez.
Trinity Fountain.
Alejandro Flores. Diego Flores.
Alyssa Frey.
Christian Flory III.
Aaron Fuller.
Catherine Forson.
Danielle Furman.
Ron Forte Resnick.
Zachary Gage.
Hannah Ryan Freed.
Audith Gangalakaunta.
Alec Fu.
Samuel Garcia.
Tommaso Fumagalli.
Christian Garcia Carranza.
Sydney Gable.
Andres Garcia, Jr.
Akshara Ganapathy.
Shikar Saxena.
Ragayukta Ganji.
Peyton Garvin.
Janlino Garcia.
William Garza.
Carol Valentina Garcia Guerrero.
Kendall Gatchell.
Aish Garg.
Jerlyn George.
Kyla Garnett.
Yago Gerber.
Lyndon Gary.
Maya Gideons.
Jonathan Gasca.
Emma Goldberg.
Patrick Gadalaro.
Kason Gomez.
Aliana Gavalia.
Daira Gonier.
Leah George.
Andrea Gonzalez.
Jana Grazy.
Leonardo Gonzalez.
Gabriel Gilbert.
Samantha Goodman.
Tainara Gomez.
Rithvik Ganesh.
Jameson Gonzalez.
Nanda Gopikanan.
Emily Gonzalez.
Lindsay Gothard.
Nicholas Albert Gonzalez.
Joshua Gravenkemper.
Vishnu Gopi.
Cameron Greer.
Daryl Goradema.
Saya Griffin.
Charvi Goyle.
Jovan Guerrero.
Alexis Gray.
Kachushka Guerrero.
Yamir Green.
Luke Guyo.
Luke Griffin.
Smithi Gunaskaram.
Lane Grigson.
Yue Guo.
Leslie Guerrero Cortez.
Priyanka Gupta.
Mark Gersain Guevara.
Robert Gutierrez.
Rodrigo Medeiros.
Sam Hagigi.
Ryan Gullick.
Robert Haley.
Reese Gunby.
Jack Halsey.
Neil Gupta.
Haura Hamza.
Armando Gutierrez.
Sarai Hanslip.
Dean Haji Dedic.
Andrew Harrell.
Mackenzie Hajar.
Kalan Harris.
Camille Heidemann.
Jalen Hartfield.
Austin Henson.
Ethan Hatting.
Brian Hallam.
Tommy Head.
Madison Hand.
Hudson Hakenen.
DJ Jandoon.
Liliana Hepburn.
Banin Hamza.
Amber Hernandez.
Emma Harlan.
Alcides Herrera Blanco.
Janaya Harris.
Jonah Hirsch.
Eric Hartfield.
Raymond Hicks.
Luke Hartfield.
Hannah Hoffman.
Max Hartfield.
Hannah Holland.
Nashita Hassan.
Shayla Holmes.
Devin Hawkins.
Jonas Horn.
Jaime Hazan Cohen.
Evelyn Shao.
Alexis Rolando Hernandez Lopez.
Kelly Hu.
Dylan Herrera.
Charles Ho.
Chesney Hill.
Grace Hudson.
Brinthia Brachet Hogg.
Matthew Huge.
Haley Hollingsworth.
Caesar Ibanez.
Catherine Hoon.
Kamar Ibrahim.
Pierre Hoskins.
Sophia Ijazi.
Derek Shu.
Farian Irani Reyes.
Shinlong Hu.
Sean Urshad. Sahar Islam.
Julius Huff.
Andrew Itzkovich.
Ryan Hughes.
Amaya Jackson.
Victory eBay.
Kendall Jackson.
Easy Oma Okachi Igwe.
Aiden Yonke.
Asaf Ilan.
Mustafa Jamili.
Angelo Irizarry Camacho.
Anshu Jasanki.
William Arungu.
Ian Jenkins.
Sunny Italiano.
Albert G.
Trey Jackson Fields.
Emma Gia.
Kalia Jackson.
Vincent Jiang.
Josue James.
Kyle Jin.
Richa Johnny.
Avery Johnson.
Eliana Jaramillo.
Lauren Johnson.
Charlotte Jenkins.
Trotman Johnston.
Kenzie Jaton.
Taylor Jordan.
Carolyn G.
Kai Joshi.
Melody Jiang.
Junhwan Jung.
Jairo Enrique Jimenez Cuenca.
Danielle Kafka.
Ariadne Shaila. Shakiri Johnson.
Nader Kalum.
Samuel Johnson.
Nidhi Kalur. Ali Kam.
Riley Jones.
Shreya Kamjula.
Bishop Judah. Adam Cadado.
Bhavika Kaparthi. Dhruv Karthik.
Ali Kahe.
Tala Kashif.
Ruth Kalamba.
Dylan K.
Maiga Rajini Kalvakota.
Samuel Keating.
Saher Kumal.
Elise Kelly.
Amit Kancherla.
Charles Kendall.
Nethra Karthik.
Max Kessner.
Cassie.
Ali Khan.
Ido Katz.
Numir Khan.
Reese Kearns.
Shayan Khan.
Brandon Kelly.
Ankit Khatri.
Sarah Kelly.
Emma Killingstad.
Julia Kent.
Christine Kim.
Ella Key.
RJ Kirk.
Ibrahim Khan.
Dayton Kleckner.
Rayan M. Khan.
Catherine Knowles.
Sophia Khan.
Heinrich Koch.
Ibrahim Kohli.
Purushotham Kaduri.
Catherine Kim.
Juliana Colwriter.
Nathan Kim.
Stephanie Koloje.
Reese Kinsey.
Tanvi Kongara.
Niharika Kishin.
Emily Korenman.
Juliet Klatsky.
Kate Kovanzik.
Megan Klein.
Nathra Krishnan.
Joseph Knowles.
Jacob Cabale.
Olivia Cochin.
Yansis Kunwar.
Daniel Kepke.
Srija Lahiri.
Roheen Kalankarai.
Ellen Lan.
Rahul Niket Konakanchi.
Shannon Lang.
Grace Coop.
Eliana LaRosa.
Siddharth Kathur.
Grant Latham.
Sophie Krajmalnik.
Alexis Lawrence.
Samuel Kubat.
Eden Levy.
Anushka Kumar.
Oluwashon Lawson.
Mitali Karinji.
Hogan Lee.
Shireen Valentina Labarka.
Kendall Lee.
Talia Lazarovich.
Nathan Lee.
Jaden Lancaster.
Roy Lee.
Lucia Leprosido.
Thomas Lee.
Jacqueline Lasut.
Atea Leonard.
Lila Lau.
Naomi Levine.
Zion Laureano.
Ashley Lee.
Landon Lawrence.
Samantha Lee.
Lily Lax.
Yufei Liao.
Evan Lee.
Kai Linux.
Jaden Lee.
Ashley Yu.
Kester Lee.
Juan Yovera.
Riona Lee.
Lucy Lofstrand.
Sarah Lee.
Natalie Lizano.
Tishay Lee.
Christopher Lowe.
Anthony Leonardo.
Estefani Garcia.
Angie Lee.
Dylan Lord.
Mindy Lee.
Avery Lott.
Shiwan Leong.
Jaden Lewis Charles.
Jessica Elizabeth Jayayi Lin.
Annika Lowry.
Avner Lipsick.
Rishi Lola.
Luke Liu.
Valentina Luzardo Prieto.
Andrew Lorimer.
Stanley Ma.
Jimmy Liu.
Alexander Machado Ayala.
Lucas Lovenander.
Kennedy Mack.
Kevin Luciano.
Shruti Mudhaugiri.
Jesus Lizardo.
Heaven Maganya.
Nathan Ma.
Namratha Mahathavaya.
Sophia Mabaudian.
Swastik Malik.
Jasmine Macias.
Rachel Mammon.
Avery McIntosh.
Anaya Mandava.
Hatter Severin.
Ashna Mungol.
Tanya Magesh.
Natisha Manikandish.
Hiba Makauhi.
Rahif Mansour.
Suchi Tamaminla.
Blake Mark.
Saidruv Manchikatla.
Jose Marquez Antonio.
Faray Mandlazi.
Annecy Nicole Marsh.
Kyle Manibusan.
Gretchen Martinez.
Anaya Manor.
Staten Martinez.
Jones Mao.
Aiden Matadi.
Claudia Marmal Romero.
Cameron Matthews Williams.
Christopher Maraquin.
Luke Max.
Byron Martinez.
Maxwell Mays.
Jonathan Martinez.
Nathaniel Mayo.
Jacob Mass.
Garrick Mays.
Shanna Matthew.
Paige McCormick.
Aiden Matson.
Emily McElwain.
Tylen Maxey.
Cameron Mago.
Nathaniel Mayhall.
Brianna McNeil.
Garrett Mays Jr.
Cameron McFall.
Bradley McAllister.
Cade Medeiros.
Gwyneth McCracken.
Lauren Mendiola.
Christian McDuffie.
Gotham Menon.
Armani McFadden.
Cameron Merritt.
Jude McKee.
Abid Mia.
Davian Hall.
Audrey Miller.
Madison McNew.
Kristen Miller.
Matthew Metters.
Alessa Milner.
Anthony Mehard.
Kiva Mines.
Catherine Mendez Cardano.
Lauren Misenchek.
Joanna Mendoza Rodriguez.
Simran Misra.
George Ernest Meredith.
Gabriella Mitchell.
Antonella Mesa.
Giovanni McCrae.
Alana Mikes.
Aria Monferret.
Davis Miller.
Angel Montez Anaya.
Avery Mintz.
Emmanuel Munga.
Christopher Michelani.
Carlos Morales Lubo.
Varishti Mishra.
Megan Moran.
Farid Mubarak.
Katya Jimena.
Diana Monsalvo.
Brianna Morici.
Lorenzo Mondahar.
Natalie Morris,
Carla Montoya,
Kayla Maguero,
Maxwell Moore,
Ria Mukherjee,
Cynthia Moran Zuleta,
Laura Muniz Marrero,
Isabella Nyson,
Sofia Munoz,
Joshua Maury,
Mason Murphy,
Mackenzie Morris,
Gregory Muamba Mwansa,
Zachary Mubarak,
Andrew Nacy,
Saniya Muhammad,
Marcus Nato,
Soliana Mulugeta,
Sneha Nadella,
Patrick Munns,
Shreya Nag,
Ananya Muralikumar,
Aditya Nambi,
Naveya Timberly,
Savian Nash,
Rahema Mwithiga,
Daniel Navas,
Romy Nadato,
Davis Neal,
Sarah Nadim,
Emily Nakue,
Sarah Nakagawa,
Mega Netham,
Ria Numbiar,
Jackson Neuweiler,
Christine Narita,
Katie Wynn,
Dia Nathan,
Gikonyo Jendu,
Bowie Neal,
Kaya Nogara,
Zachary Nelson,
Madison Nowlin,
Christian Newfield,
Carolina Nunez,
Isaac Ngo,
Timothy Nyagami,
Beverly Marie Nicole Ngite, Kayla Wynn,
Alexander Oakley,
Kamau Jindu,
Zoe Oberstein,
Genesis Novando,
Vanessa Odera,
Angela Nunez Miranda,
Christopher Odueso,
Esme Owani,
Andres Ojeda,
Corinth Rakeji,
Hurt Fadi Okashen,
Sophia Ochoa,
Casey Oliver,
Lance Aaron Chrysologa Odra,
Alejandra Orozco,
Enoch Ogbegdi,
Asensio Ortiz,
Kunai Ojibori,
Jade Ortiz,
Aiden O'Connor,
Alejandro Ortiz,
Karime Ogwin,
Jeremiah Osula,
Nia Omar,
Julian Pak,
Benny Orozco.
Sasha Palizian,
I'm going to call it.
So it wasn't called. Okay.
No, wait. Cristo Ortiz. I'm going to say it.
George Pan,
You want him to come back up?
Yes.
Let me go get him.
Juliana Ortiz.
Nachikit Pundit,
Tell me. Go get him and tell me. Katarin Osoro Garcia.
Jamini Pandya,
Joshua Osula.
Matthew Parks,
Niha Paladugu.
Victor Para,
Elliot Paminari.
Shardul Parthasaruthi,
Aditya Panda.
Daniel Parviz,
Anna Paniagua.
Eduardo Pastenes,
Pedro Parejo Hernandez.
Hir Patel,
Andrew Parks.
Tirth Patel,
William Parks.
Eli Pavey,
Andre Parrish,
Ty Pedrolier,
Shreya Perlaker,
Alexander Peng,
Peyton Pascuzzi,
Safina Peter,
Amy Patel,
Wyatt Phillips,
Sean Patel,
Mason Pickering,
Anastasia Pauken,
Jaden Pierce,
Brandon Pedro,
Xavier Pipkins,
Mitchell Pelham,
Gabrielle Pippins,
Mario Perez,
Billy Pollock,
Emily Peters,
Sauna Popel,
Rafael Duarte,
Matthias Pritit,
Aaron Famivong,
Robert Preby,
Elijah Pierce,
Madeline Puckett,
Regina Gonzalez,
Noor Kandil,
Nikhil Piblani,
Stephanie Quinones,
Aisha Polk,
Oscar Quintanilla,
Anika Pondicherry,
Ella Rabel,
Brian Posada,
Emily Rafael Palma,
Carmen Price,
Anjuli Raghavan,
Rebecca Prunty,
Midridwan Rahman,
Keaton Purtle,
Aditya Rai,
Alexander Quinn,
Nandini Ramachandran,
Mauricio Quintanilla Flores,
Noah Ramirez,
Lev Rajinsky,
David Ramirez Manuel,
Jack Rasick,
Lehana Ramkumar,
Naveed Rafi,
Vanessa Ramos,
Ryan Rahimzadeh,
Abhinav Rayanki,
Naveen Rahman,
Gianna Redden,
Makand Ramachandran,
Shelby Redlin,
Ansh Ramananth,
Tyler Reichenstein,
Roque Ramirez Hernandez,
Gabriella Revels,
Kathy Pele,
Justin Rowe,
Daniel Ramos Paulin,
Reed Richards,
Nicholas Rivaglia,
Grace Rigdon,
Rabab Raza,
Andrea Rincon Aguirre,
Riley Robertson,
Jomari Rivera Delgado,
Noah Reddick,
Julian Rizvi,
Noah Reddick,
Charles Roberts,
Shreya Reddy,
Connor Robinson,
Jalen Reed,
David Robledo Molina,
Isabella Reyes, Ethan Rhodes,
Janet Guadalupe Rodriguez,
Hayden Richos Andrade,
Diego Rodriguez Lara,
Suja Rijal,
Manuel Romanes Chavaria,
Brinley Ripple,
Maria Romero Vieira,
Daniel Rivero Ocando,
Maria Rondon Brunez,
Grant Robbins,
Alexandra Rosenblatt,
Niquavius Robinson,
Abby Roth,
Alana Robles,
William Rotino,
Stephanie Rodriguez,
Urvi Roy,
Gage Rogers.
Kevin Rude.
Stephanie Andrea Romero.
Alexa Ruiz Bonilla.
Catherine Romero Garcia.
Abigail Sadler.
Ben Elliott Rosenberg.
Khalil Sagers.
Denise Marie Rosenstein.
Sumiksha Saipragosh.
Anna Grace Rotino.
Diego Salcedo.
Jackson Alexander Rowe.
Naomi Samuel.
Hassan Rubio.
Nyla Sancho.
Aishwi Rudra.
Damian Sanchez.
Sydney Russell.
Santiago Sanchez.
Anis Saeed.
Yudi Sanchez Valencia.
Sarika Saini.
Anthony Sandoval.
Luke Salazar.
Shivani Sungvi.
Cade Salzer.
Abby Lee Sanogo.
Mariangel Sanabria Manzano.
Kiara Santos.
Delilah Sanchez.
Neirit Sarkar.
Karen Sanchez.
Benjamin Sasaki.
Sophia Sanchez Sandoval.
Ryan Savage.
Kaylee Sanders.
Kyle Scobie.
Armand Sungvi.
Kyla Schultz.
Kathir Rajesh.
Jaylee Ann Schultz.
Amaya Sansgiri.
Aiden Scott.
Furyal Sakib.
Ethan Scribner.
Gianni Suriha.
Damias Sears.
Archisha Sasan.
Brenna Siebel.
Arnav Saxeno.
Charlie Selman.
Alexa Shell.
Jadalyn Seraphin.
Ava Schultz.
Marin Schaefer.
Carly Schultz.
Tirth Shaw.
Samuel Shuring.
Ayusi Sharma.
Lawrence Scott.
Rujula Sharma.
Brig Sears.
Amin Showa.
David Sabert.
Sydney Sheldon. Elizabeth Shepard.
Jonathan Sr.
Abhinav Sheshadri.
Kathleen Claire Serwan Manriquez. Kushi Shaw.
Kaiman Show.
Summer Shannon.
Rishab Shrivas.
Ria Sharma.
Sneha Shriram.
Sebastian Shaw.
Shivam Siddhaya.
Nathan Sheehy.
Thomas Simmons.
Josiah Brooks Clark Shelley.
Zia Sims.
Trinity Shepard.
Sana Singh.
Disheta Shetty.
Ayushi Sinha.
Aisha Shaniwa.
Milana Sarusian.
Mika Schramm.
Alexandra Schofield.
Ryan Siddiqui.
Eli Smith.
Isabel Simonian.
Nevea Smith.
Jaya Singh.
Tyler Sorens.
Aditya Sinha.
Esther Sohn.
Vedika Sinha.
Kostub Sunawani.
Damon Skipper.
Jaden Song.
Jeffrey Slobodkin.
Natasha Sortrakul.
Jordan Smith.
Elena Spall.
Kiera Smith.
Caitlin Spooner.
Jaden Sneed.
Ryan Starr.
Manasola Soten.
Sarah Stewart.
Angel Solis.
Shadesa Stewart Tun.
Abigail Song. Aluwa Damiola Sorian.
Chloe Stout.
Mariana Soto Alfonso.
Seha Subas.
Joseph Spiro.
Numan Subzwari.
Nirja Srinivasan.
Ava Sullivan.
Shivam Srivastuvu.
Malia Surdick.
Joey Sternberg.
Scott Sutherland.
Kobe Stewart.
Emma Sabo.
Dylan Stone.
Natalie Teibel.
Jordan Stumbo.
Natalia Tali.
Gabriela Suarez Barrios.
Trayshawn Taylor.
Magana Subramaniam.
Essence Teta.
Aishwarya Sudashan.
Ava Thompson. Emma Thompson.
Felipe Galoni Aredes. Kay Surjati.
Jordan Thompson.
Hunter Swinson.
Kirthana Thota.
Jacob Tabanian.
Stafford Tippin.
Shamiracle Taylor.
Justin Tirandaz.
Neil Teje.
Satvik Tiwari.
Tia Tiwari.
Austin Topper.
Aditi Tiwari.
Lorianne Torres Rivera.
Jaden Thompson.
Revist Tovey.
Elsa Thompson.
Peter Tran.
Reagan Thompson.
Colin True.
Sarah Thoughton.
Geldin Sway.
Dylan Tirandaz.
Ziamora Tumbo.
Ethan Tobias.
Iviana Turner.
Kennedy Torbert.
Lucas Ulsrud.
Isabella Torres.
Owen Underwood.
Dylan Tran.
Kirsten Upton.
Kara Trevino.
Rachel Valente.
Landon Tripp.
Carrick Velmonte.
Meredith Tucker.
Aaron Cooper Van Odstel.
Maya Turkle.
Kruthi Vansha.
Omer Zevon.
Maya Van.
Nicholas Ulsrud.
Jordan Vaughn.
Nikhilesh Apala.
Juan Vasquez Caracho.
Diederik Van Overveld.
Zacharias Vega.
Jesslyn Vardeleon.
Dana Venegas.
Jeremiah Vasavilla.
Marcos Bederame.
Nikhil Vinkachachalam.
Priyansh Verma.
Avni Valab.
Angela Vides.
Janavi Vadlakanda.
Daniela Vilches Bracheno.
Michael Van Gruber.
Thank you.
Samuel Volmy.
Mary Velasquez Silos.
Kaylee Vu.
Kayla Veal.
Betty Wathonji.
Sanjeet Verma.
Kayla Walker.
Anna Vivas.
Dylan Walrick.
Zoe Videtto.
Kanaya Walters.
Annalie Vu.
Brian Wang.
Cameron Walker.
Jerry Wang.
Aiden Walls.
Karen Wang.
Alexandra Walsh.
Sophia Wang.
Anthony Wu Wang.
Joshua Warfield.
Grace Wang.
Cooper Watson.
Joyce Wang.
Shamitrius Watson.
Kaylee Wang.
Garrett Way.
Catherine Ward.
Topaz West.
Luke Waterston.
Braylon White.
Jalen Watson.
Madeline Whitley.
Damian Sean Hild.
Benjamin Whitson.
Austin White.
Dorothy Wiederman.
Genesis White.
Kate Wade.
Madison Whitney.
Jack Wade.
Sophia Widener.
William William.
Marcavius Wilder.
Ava Williams.
Alyssa Williams.
Chadrick Williams.
Cassidy Marie Lucille Williams.
Michaela Williams.
Naya Williams.
Owen Williams.
Alexis Wilmoth.
Isabel Wilner.
Jovan Williamson.
Jacoby Wilson.
Derek Wilson.
Nathan Wilson.
Lauren Wilson.
Sky Wilson.
Serenity Wilson.
Stephanie Wolf.
Gray Witherell.
Chloe Wong.
Zoe Wolverton.
Wesley Wong.
Jesslyn Wong.
Devin Wright.
Michael Wong.
Crystal Wu.
Alexandra Woods.
Zaylin Wyatt.
Gabriella Wright.
Kin Ja.
Evan Wu.
Allison Shu.
Shining C.
Krishna Yadav.
Oliver Shu.
Adarsh Yalamanchi.
Alejandra Yagua Ramirez.
William Yan.
Andy Yan.
Yuji Yasuda.
Ian Yang.
Carice Yip.
Sana Yasin.
Landry Young.
Miranda Yee.
Caitlin Yusuf.
Lacey Yoss.
Christian Yu.
Scott Young.
Victor Yu.
Kevin Yowell.
Michael Zadorozny.
Leonard Yu.
Disha Zalavadia.
Hannah Zaka.
Aiden Zabeda.
Lala Zaki.
Ali Zhang. Yuji Zhang.
Yaomi Zamorano.
Hong Zhang.
Elon Zabeda.
Emma Zhou.
George Zhang.
Emma Ziegelbein.
Tianchi Zhang.
Patricia Zuleta Romero.
Aiden Zhao.
Anna Zhu.
Emily Zhu.
Fang Zhu.
Ryan Zhu.
Jacob Zindler.
Noah Ziegelbein. Carlos Luis Zavalos Jr. And finally, Matthew Zhao.
Congratulations, class of 2022. Please join me in the traditional turning of our tassels. It is now my honor to introduce Kate Wade, Student Congress Secretary, to share her closing remarks.
Hello, Plano West. My name is Kate Wade, and I have had the pleasure of being your Student Congress Secretary this past school year. I would like to take a moment to congratulate all of y'all on your diligence and perseverance these last 13 years of school. From the first day of kindergarten to graduation today, we have all gone through good times and hardships together, as well as learned many lessons that have shaped who we are today. I would like to thank our teachers, family, friends, and peers who have all poured into each and every one of us, giving us the tools and resources needed to achieve greatness in and beyond high school. Not only have we gained a skill set that will set us up for success, but memories that we will hold onto for a lifetime. Now, here we are today. Today is the day we have all been waiting and preparing for, the day where all of our hard work and dedication has paid off, and the day where we are taking the next step in our journeys. While we are all going in our own separate directions, I am certain that each of you will reach your goals and accomplish success in the future. To my fellow classmates, you should all be incredibly proud of yourselves for reaching this huge milestone in your life. I would like to leave you with some words of wisdom from Miss Taylor Swift. No matter what happens in life, be good to people. Being good to people is a wonderful legacy to leave behind. This is such a great reminder that being a good person is such a small thing that can go such a long way. I wish nothing but the absolute best for everyone graduating today, and have no doubt that you will continue to spread your kindness and be a light to those around you. Once again, congratulations, class of 2022. I can't wait to see where life takes us. Now, for the last time together, will the Plano West senior class of 2022 please stand with me and join in singing the Plano West alma mater.